I bet you've seen this happen 100 times before. You are in the last hours of setting up your event or conference, and people are still frantically working on their presentations. Everything always gets to be crammed into the last possible minute. Well, I can fix that. So let's talk. See if this sounds familiar. Your event happens every year, but somehow content doesn't get started till 4 or 5 weeks out. Deadlines come and deadlines go, and nothing is completed. At the last possible minute, everybody grabs slides from old presentations, stacks them up, shuffles them around, changes all the names, and prays that it works. Now, unless your organization is filled with lazy slackers, there has to be a reason. Preparing for an event is disruptive. It's frustrating because people don't have the time and the mental bandwidth to give it their total attention. But that's not the real source of the problem. Here are the hidden reasons why your event presentations are always late. Your people and teams don't understand what you're doing. What's the purpose, goals, and the desired result for the event? How is this year's event different than last year's event? What's supposed to happen? Why? And what do you want the audience to do? They don't understand exactly what they're supposed to do or what they're supposed to accomplish. There aren't any real details or directions. You just can't say it's a 45-minute marketing presentation or a 20-minute speech on sales support. Presenters and teams are isolated. Everybody is working separately and feel like they're on their own. There's no process for planning, sharing, or review to make sure that everybody is on the right track, accurate, and they have all the support they need. There's too much emphasis on producing PowerPoint presentations and not enough emphasis on creating the content. Now, don't assume that just because somebody can create a deck of PowerPoint slides, that they have the time, experience, and the insight to develop their own content. And this is the big one. Get a pen and write this one down. There's no executive review before rehearsals. How many times have you had your rehearsals come to a grinding, screeching halt because top management is seeing everything for the very first time? Then all of a sudden there's this little huddle over in the corner as they go through things because the information doesn't match, or it's out of date, or nobody knows where it came from in the first place. So let's fix all this and fill your event with more valuable, authentic content that delivers results and is completed on time. So here's what you need to know. The only way to create powerful, relevant content and experiences is to plan and manage them. Every year I work with organizations and corporations to streamline their events and conferences. We start by clearly defining the results they need, then identifying the information that the audience needs and the best ways to communicate it. And that's how they can give their teams clear messages, action steps, and support to quickly develop the best content for their presentations and workshops. So let's move your content into the fast lane. Here are a couple things that you can do right now for your next event. Start planning your content early. I'm talking about months, not weeks before the event. Develop a single-page event summary that summarizes the purpose, goals, and desired results, and especially the key content areas. Tell people what to talk about. Then give it to absolutely everybody. Talk with the presenters and teams before you assign them the content. The two important questions to ask are, what are the most important things you need to say, show, and communicate? And number two, how long do you need to get your messages across? Don't assume every presentation has to be the same length. Now, remember what I said in my video about fixing your agenda? Short is good, long is bad. No one ever complained that a presentation or a workshop was too short. Don't confuse designing PowerPoint with creating relevant content. I know I said this before, but bad content is still bad even if the slides look terrific. You need to focus on the things that will actually make a difference for the audience. If this looks like planning and managing your content, then you've got the big idea. So how can you build momentum, make progress, and take the pressure off your executives and team members? I'd like to work with you and make your next event or conference more successful. So let's talk, and thank you for watching.